Any one of you know about what is the purchase info record? Its name actually suggesting purchase info record. Is it maintain the information regarding the purchasing? Okay. So this is our today's topic, purchase info record. It's also abbreviated as a PIR or a info record also. Okay. So when we are purchasing the material from the vendor, so we need to maintain the its info record. Okay. So the purchasing info record means the information of the purchasing from the source. It contains the information on a specific material and a vendor. It's a combination of a material and a vendor with that rate which is the given by the vendor. For example, the vendor's current pricing is stored in the info record. That is we call as a purchase info record. So the info record allows the buyer to quickly determine, means whenever we are purchasing the material, okay, and we again try to create this purchase order, so it will be pick up the previous purchasing rate into that purchase order. So it will be paste the data from the purchase info record in that the purchase order. So it will be material have been previously offered by the or supplied by the specific vendor and the offer given by the vendor. It will be all the data will be stored in a background. We call it as a purchase info record. You getting what is purchase info record? It is the combination of the material and vendor along with the current price of that material, okay, which is given by the vendor. Whenever we are creating a purchase order, so purchase info record will be automatically created in a background, okay. Sometimes we can also create the purchase info record manually, and whenever we are not maintaining the purchase info record, so whenever we are creating a purchase order, so automatically data from the vendor and material will be catch and its info record will be created there. This is our today's topic, purchase info record. This is a very short topic, okay. So without maintaining this, also we can create a purchase order, okay. So it's not a compulsory, but for just information purpose, we can take this purchase info record topic there. Okay. So this is the path to create the purchase info record, and this is the T code ME11 to create the purchase info record. So I will go to the system. We just go to logistic materials management. Under purchasing, is a master data info record. It's submitted as a info record. So just you can follow the path or you can directly go to the T code of a ME11 also. Just click on it. So the screen of the info record will be open here. There are the four types of the category of the info record. First one is a standard, which we are maintaining right now. And these one are the special procurement info record for subcontracting, pipeline, and consignment. This is the interview question. Okay. So how many type of the info record they available in a SAP? So you need to tell them there are the four types of the info record. First one is the standard, and these three are the special procurement info record, like a subcontracting, pipeline, and consignment. So in future, you get to know about these all three. Currently, we are using this standard info record. Okay. So whenever you are creating a purchase info record, so click on this standard only. Okay. So it is nothing but the combination of vendor and material for the purchasing organization. Okay. So I will just select any vendor and material and try to create a purchase info record. So what is the T code for check the list of the vendor? Yesterday I will ask you. Anyone remember?
EMVZ.
MKVZ, correct. Okay, so purchase order. And for the material list, MM60,
60.
correct.
Excellent.
So yesterday, which material I have created? Okay, I will pick this 78144. This material I want to procure from the vendor. I just copy the number of that material. Okay, from this also you can extract the material number. Okay, so you can just click on this, and there is an option like this. You can select the material by its description also. Okay, there are the lots of the options for searching the material, like a material by material category, vendor, product hierarchy, material task. But I am selecting this plant material by description. So after entering this, I need to enter a plant here and just press enter. So the system will give all the material here under that plant. Okay, so like this is the way of searching the material code. If you don't know the material code, you can also copy the material from the MM60, but this is the very easiest way. You can just go to the material, okay, select on that option, search, and select from the list here, plant by material, enter your plant, which is you created, and just execute. It will give you all the list of the material under that plant. So I'm selecting this 78144. Okay. Then for vendor also, you can select the list of the vendor from this, like same way. Click on that, and here you have the lots of the options to search the vendor. I am selecting vendors by company code. So I can enter my company code Z. Okay. So total list of the vendor will be from here. So getting how to search the vendor and material. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, like this. I'm selecting this domestic test vendor. Okay. After entering vendor data and material name, I can just enter my purchase order and plan. Okay. So after entering all these required details, so press enter. So list or screen of the purchase info record will be open here. Just name here purchase info record or whatever the you are maintaining. So you can name it as a purchase info record of that material or vendor, all the things. You can type it here. So I am mentioning as a purchase info record for vendor. Okay, whatever you want, you can mention it here. Okay. Then this is the some things which you need to enter here. Okay. This is the reminder 1, 2, 3. Right now, there is no need to enter anything because these are not mandatory thing here. So, okay. What is this reminder? Okay. So we are creating a purchase order for the that vendor. This vendor, I have created a purchase order for this material. Okay. And I am giving the supplying date as a in future, like today's date is 22. I am giving the receiving of the material as a 30th. So before one day, it will give the reminder to that vendor, please supply the material. Like this, we can mention the days here, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. Like that, we can mention the reminder to the vendor as per our scheduling lines there. Means we can give the dates to the vendor. Na? Supply the material on these days. Before that, this will be automatically create the message. For that, we need to maintain the output determination in SAP. So it will be pop up the email towards the vendor. So your tomorrow is your supplying date. You can supply this much of quantity of material to our company or our plant location. So like that, this is not mandatory right now here. And you also know I have shown you conversion factor whenever we are creating a material master. Okay, so for one each, whatever your ordering unit, you can mention it as a conversion factor. If I'm changing here the ordering unit like as a I'm selecting drum, it will be asking me for the conversion factor. We're not accepting that now because in material master I have not maintained that ordering unit and all the thing. But you can change it here also, okay? Like this, there is a conversion factor. You need to maintain, or if you will be maintaining a material master, there is no need to convert all these things over, okay? After entering this mandatory data, you can check. So here, so what is the plant delivery time means once we can give the purchase order to the vendor, so within how many days vendor can supply the material to our company location. So that days we can mention here. So after giving the purchase order, vendor will be supplying the material within the 5 days. So we need to maintain that as a 5 days here. Okay. So then it is the option of the purchase group. So I need to enter ZW as my purchase group. Then standard quantity. How much of quantity I am giving a purchase order to the vendor. So I can maintain as a 10 and minimum order quantity also as a 10. So means below that 10 quantity, I cannot create the purchase order. I will show you whenever I am creating a purchase order, okay? At that time, the minimum quantity I have maintained 10. So below that 10 quantity, I am not able to create the purchase order below this quantity, okay? Then here is option of the under delivery tolerance and over delivery tolerance. Means what? I am creating a purchase order for a 100 quantity, okay? So and I am maintaining as a 10 over delivery tolerance and 10 as a under delivery tolerance. So what's the 10% of the 100? Anybody? 10, okay. So if sorry, if I am entering as a under delivery tolerance 10, so I can only accept the material 90 quantities. Below that 10, I cannot accept the material from the vendor. Okay. So that is nothing but the under delivery tolerance. And like that same over delivery tolerance, if vendor supplying me a material, I have created a purchase order for 100 quantity and I am maintaining a over delivery tolerance as a 10%. So vendor giving me a material 110. So it will be accepted in that situation only. Okay. So at that time, whatever I am maintaining the over delivery and under delivery tolerance, so it will be depends totally on that. Okay. So whenever I am creating a purchase order, that time also I will show you what is this over delivery and under delivery tolerance. Okay. Right now, there is no need maintain for this under delivery and over delivery tolerance because we can also maintain while creating a purchase order there. Whatever the things mandatory here, you can enter it and try to create a purchase info record. Here is also a tick of the GR based invoice verification. I have explained you. Please, can anybody can tell me what is this GR based invoice verification?
Good receipt.
Yeah, means what? Good receipt means what?
Metal receiving process.
Okay, I know. Goods means goods receiving. But whenever I am this tick, goods receipt based invoice verification, this tick means what? If this vendor supply the material, this okay. And after I am doing the GR, means goods receipt, then only then accounting team will be process the invoice. So this is nothing but the GR based invoice verification. If I am not tick this, and accounting team will be process the invoice without the receiving the material. This is the safety purpose. You can always tick this mark as a GR based invoice verification. Okay. So without receiving the material, vendor cannot claim us to pay to the money. This is the conformity and safety purpose here. Okay. So as I told you, so we are maintaining the price of the material in purchase info record. So vendor giving me the rate as a net price as a 20 rupees. So I'm just enter it and save this purchase info record. Okay. There is no need to enter other data like this. I can just save this purchase info record. Okay. So this purchase info record will be maintained in SAP. I just try to copy it. Okay. And try to create a purchase order with this material with this vendor. Okay. So you will get how the rates will be come into a purchase order. Okay. Okay. So I am not entering the rate of that material. It will be automatically picked from the info record. Okay. So whatever the info record we have created, it will be automatically come in this window info record. So the info record I have maintained for this material 3 some zeros 12. Okay. So this info record will be automatically pick the all the data which I have maintained for that material. Okay. So if I am going to the material master and check the rate which I have maintained while creating a material, so I will check it in MM03. Okay. So at 144, just go to the accounting view. So here I am maintaining the moving average price is a 10 rupees. But whenever I am creating a purchase info record, at that time I have maintained the net price as a 20 rupees. Okay. So it will be pick the price only from the purchase info record. You clear? Where the price will be picked? It will be not picked from the material master. It will be picking from the purchase info record. Okay. This is also the interview question. Okay. So how the price will be in the from the whenever we are creating a purchase order, so how the price will be come into the picture. Okay. So you can tell the answer them as a purchase info record. Okay. All of are clear till what is the purchase info record and how it will be created. Okay. Here I am changing the quantity as 1. What system giving me? So the system giving me a error like the order quantity below minimum order quantity 10 each from a info record. So I will check this. So system giving me the message like that. So you cannot create a purchase order below than that. Why it's giving me the error like this? Anyone?
Because we have maintained 10, I think, in purchasing for
Correct. Because whenever I am maintaining the purchase info record. At that time I have maintained. So right now system will be giving me the only warning. W means the warning. So if this is also the configuration part, I will tell you in this later. Right now it will be giving me the warning. You cannot create the purchase order below than the 10 quantity. Okay. If I am changing this as a more than 10 or 10, right now there is no error in a system. Like this, we can maintain the minimum order quantity in a purchase info record. It will be clear all of you about the purchase info record. Okay. So one again concept in a info record there. Okay, I want to display the previous info record. So just click on or change. I want to change this info record. Okay, so click on that. Just press enter here. Okay. So if I am changing the rate of that material, okay. So right now it's not. Okay, I will check later. And there is a one scaling factor. So I will tell you the condition here. I have maintained the 20 rupees. I need to change this rate as a 30 rupees. I need to change 30 and just I can change the rate of the material. Okay. So sometimes, so vendor giving us the offer. If you're ordering the quantity more than 100, then the rate of that material will be reduced. If you're ordering the more than 200 quantities, okay. So at that time, they can reduce the rate and they can give us the discount. Okay, you're getting. So at that time, what I need to maintain here is the option of the condition in a purchase info record. So go on condition tab, select the rate, and here is a scales. So you can select these scales, okay, and you can maintain the quantities here, scaling quantity. If I am maintaining the 100 for 100 quantity, it will pick the rate of 30 rupees. If more than 100, 200 I am maintaining here. So vendor giving me the discount. This material will be provided at the 25 rupees. Okay. Once again, I am maintaining if more than 300 quantities I order. So vendor giving me the rate of 20 rupees. Just enter quantity and rate. Okay. And just create this scaling. Okay. So after maintaining this, and just save the purchase info record. And right now, try to create a purchase order. So what actually it will be happen, you will get to know about this all the things there. Okay. What is the scaling factor? You're getting what is this actually scaling means vendors giving a offer whenever you order the maximum quantity, it will be reducing the rate. So for that, we can use that scaling. Okay. Okay. I'm entering the 100 quantity. Okay. So Steam will be giving me the precautionary message like lower price is obtained for quantities greater than the 200. Okay. So whenever I am creating a purchase info record for 100 quantities, I have maintained the 30 rupees. If I am changing the quantity as a 200, what it will be happen? What will be happen? Anybody? Please answer.
It will take five rupee discount again.
Okay, I will take a 200. Then it will be automatically change the rate. Okay, to the 25. Once again, system giving me the precautionary message like if you want to get the lower price once again, so you can order the quantity greater than 300. Once again, if I am changing this quantity as a 300, so Rashekar, you can tell me what will be happen here if I am entering the 300 quantities there. What will be the rate here after entering 300? Rashekar?
5 rupees reduce.
Okay, so what rate I have maintained for that? So it will be peak for that quantity. I am entering the 300, so I enter. So it will be once again reduce the rate. So like this, you can maintain the scale in a purchase info record. Okay, you're getting this topic regarding the scale. All of you clear? Manjushri, Ritesh, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, like that, you can maintain the scaling factor in a purchase info record. Like that, you can create a info record. Okay, try to practice it. So if you want to check the list of the purchase info record, so this display, there are the two options to check the purchase info record for material or vendor also. Just select by the vendor. You can enter the vendor, the list of the all the purchase info record will be come here for which material it will be maintained. Okay, so this info record will be maintained for this 135 material, and this will be maintained for 78144 material. Okay, if I want to check the info record with the material, okay, so here is the option of yummy 1m, the info record list display of the info record by material. Just select it and enter the material, and it will be giving you the info record for that material. Okay, so list display of that info record. Like that, you can extract the list as per your requirement. Okay, so any doubts in the purchase info record?
So, how to maintain a multiple material or bulk material?
Means what? I'm not getting. Means you have the
Uh,
multiple materials and multiple vendors.
yeah, multiple vendors. Or if I say multiple first multiple materials, then I would go multiple vendor.
Yeah, there is option of only single vendor material. So you cannot maintain the multiple vendors for the multiple material in info record. Okay, it will be automatically
No,
created whenever the purchase order will be created. So the purchase info record will be automatically created in a background.
so no need to require so separately create
No, no, no,
PIR.
no. There is no need to without purchase info record also. I create the purchase order. Okay, but it's the safety purpose. So once you can create a purchase order for that single material, then there is no need to maintain the purchase info record for that separately. Okay, without the maintaining info record also, you can create the purchase order for the standard material. For consignment and all the things, for the special procurement, you need to maintain the info record compulsory. Without maintaining the info record, you cannot run the special procurement because the vendor is fixed for that. Na? So we cannot.
So,
Yes.
so if there's any contracts exist between vendor,
Okay.
so then what will happen for
Yeah. For
purchase info record?
yeah, I will show you. Whenever we are creating a purchase order, okay, so it will be here is the option of the outline agreement. So at that time, you can enter your contract or agreement number. So it will be fetch the data regarding the rate and all the things from that contract only. Okay, at that time, contract and all in that case,
Okay.
it will
So
be always
purchase
prefer
info
the
record, it is a optional things or a mandatory thing.
yeah, it's optional or mandatory in both because if you are maintaining it, it's good. If you are also not maintaining, no problem. But this is one type of a master data. So just I will show you about this. Without maintaining also, I can create a purchase order. So I will try to create a one purchase order, which is yesterday's material. Okay, so without maintaining that also, I'm selecting the same vendor. the material already. Okay, so yesterday I have created this one. So I will take this right now 1 4 3. For that into the info record or not, I will check it once. So there is no info record maintained for this material. Okay, so I try to create a purchase order for this material. What will be happen? We can check it. Whenever I am creating the here, there is no info record will become. So I can just try to create this purchase info record. Okay, so I am just creating this purchase order. Okay. Okay, so this will be created 5 to 5. And once again, I'm what I can do, I can just copy this purchase order. Okay, and paste here. So it will be automatically here. So here it's automatically created the purchase info record. Okay, whenever the purchase order will be created, in first purchase order there is a no info record. So if I am trying to create a second purchase order, it will be automatically created a purchase info record. I will just copy this info record. Okay, so 3013 and go to the display, then you will get a more clarify on that. Okay, so just display. Okay, so this info record will be automatically created in a background, as I said to you. Okay, there is no net price and all the things will be maintained here, but this will be pick the data from the previous purchase order. You're getting verify about this, how this info record will be created in a background.
Yes, yes.
So like that, there is no need to maintain the info record. Whenever I am created a first purchase order, that purchase order there is no info record. But whenever I am creating a second purchase order with the same vendor and material, it will be pick all the price, quantity, and info record from the previous purchase order there. Okay. All are clear about this? So we can go to the configuration in a purchase info record. So go to the T code of SPRO. Okay. Go to the reference IMG. So here in document I have maintained the path and all the things here. Okay. So SPRO materials management, purchase info record. Under that we can define the number range for the purchase info record. So go to the materials management, here purchasing. Okay, and here is the option of the purchase info record. Okay, so here you can customize your purchase info record number and a screen as per your requirement. Just go to the define number range here. So the this is also same like the number range we can set in a material master. So create a group. Okay, so there are lots of the group will be created here. So I am just try to create a group number range. Number range for PIR AOOF. Okay, and here is the available list of the three intervals. Okay, so you can select it from also. So this is the free list, or you can also copy or select this. Okay, so I am selecting this. This list I'm selecting. Or also you can try to create 35 and I start from here. As per your requirement, you can give the number here also. Okay, so it will be picking this number range here. Okay, so for purchase info record, it will be accepting the number range what I am creating here, and just save this your group. Okay, so it will be the number range. This group will be saved with this number range here. Okay, so after coming this, so go to the bottom, our group will be created here. Okay, so in material master, how we can assign the our number range to our customize the material type, but in purchase info record we don't have any material type, or we don't have any document type. Okay, so in info record we have the two standard element, which one is a IL, which is the info record maintained for the stock material, and IN, which is maintained for the info record for the non-stock material. So we can assign our group to these both. Okay, so IL and IN. So just go to the your here. This is the IL, which is a group for the stock material. I can just click on this and right click it. Okay, here option of the assign element group. So just go to the bottom and select your group, your number range for purchase info record. So I am selecting it. So automatically it will be assigned to our number range group. I'm just save this configuration and try to create one purchase info record. Okay, so the number range which I have assigned to that group, it will be come to the that number of the purchase info record. So I'm trying to create a one purchase info record there. Hey mummy. So I can select this vendor. Okay, so which is the number I have set. So it will be take the number range from that. You clear about the number range, which is the same for this. Only the difference is like that. You can assign your number range to the this IL and IN. Please don't go to change this number range. Okay, so you can just go and check this and do not assign your group, just for your understanding purpose, because I have set already. if you try to again assign that number is to your group, so it's very critical. So just you can go and check it there. Okay, you clear about the number in the purchase info record?
Yes, sir.
This is the standard element. So in whenever the anyone can create the purchase info record, so there will be getting the same number which I have said, because I have assigned this single element to my number range. Okay, and last topic is the screen layout. Okay, so it is also the same like in a vendor master. Okay, here is the option of the define screen layout. Okay, just select on it. It is the option of the byte code only. So create purchase info record. Okay, so I will go to the create option here and select one vendor. I will change the material. Okay, in this screen, so the things which is mandatory or not mandatory, we can set by using the field selection or a screen layout. Okay, so here the purchase group is a mandatory. So if I want to that thing as a optional entry, just go to the M11. Okay, so select on it. So where it is, you just go to the check plan storage location purchasing group. Okay, so purchasing group is a required entry. I don't want it. I want as a optional entry. Just select on it, take back, and save the configuration. So once again, try to create a purchase info record. Right now, the purchase group is a not required thing here. Okay, so like this, you can maintain and confirm whatever the you want. You can fix it as a mandatory or as a optional entry there. You're getting about the screen layout of the purchase info record. You can try to practice it for the purchase info record. Okay, so this is the standard one. Just you can go and check, do the configuration, and once again reset as a standard one. Okay, so this is about the today's topic, purchase info record. We have seen all the cases which are possible for the purchase info record. Okay, so any doubts in today's session?